Okay, and we're always looking for the fastest way from point A to point B, right? We're New Yorkers. We're always in a rush, so.
Yeah.
Now there's talk of reopening an old passageway that could connect and reconnect two busy transit hubs. Greg Mocker is on the search for the Gimbels Tunnel.
Commuters love to find a shortcut. Get me there faster and maybe out of the elements, out of this heat. Here's one, 42nd Street and Lexington. The MTA opened this one a couple of years ago. Sometimes the passageways already exist. Other times they have to be created out of the bedrock. This one leads to Grand Central and the subways and trains in that complex. Out of the sun, not going to get rained on down here. Acoustics are good if you feel like singing. There are cameras, Wi-Fi, a few steps, and there you are. There's a conversation going on about opening another one of these somewhere. West 33rd Street and 6th Avenue at the Herald Square subway station. Commuters used to be able to walk back and forth between Herald Square and Penn Station using what was known as the Gimbels Tunnel, named after the Gimbels department store, which used to be on the corner. Both closed in 1986. Let's see about this tunnel, which is right under 33rd Street. From the sidewalk to the underground, this is the Herald Square subway station. We walked by the PATH train turnstiles. Finding the Gimbels Tunnel is a challenge. It's probably behind an area that's been closed off, walled off, boarded up. This looks like a retail area where they are doing some work in there. I tracked down some people who know about the passageway and what might be happening with it.
And I'm a kid from Brooklyn, and I just see things. I ride the subway, I see what's going on, and I remember that we used to use this passageway.
Carlos Sashore is the president of the New York Building Congress. He wants to see the Gimbels Tunnel reopened for commuters.
It's easy. There's a passageway. There's infrastructure. We don't have to dig. We don't have to build, right? We can open it up. We can restructure it. We can put lighting. We can make it safe and comfortable.
Thank you very much. You're still walking?
There, look.
And you're just
To continue continuity. I'm just happy to be inside. And
Greg Mocker,
cooled
as
off.
I live and breathe. I'm going to ask for a selfie later.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, thank you for being the intrepid investigative reporter.
Well, I ride the trains and the buses, and I've been doing that for 15 years and reporting it here. And it's great to kind of have the tone of voice that we can have because I'm a rider, and we bring that to covering transit issues when something goes wrong, like yesterday.
Sure.
When there's a big bureaucracy meeting, like today.
Right.
So fares and tolls, so you name it, I'll try to talk about it. We'll try to figure it out.
Yeah, New York's very own, and you're doing it every day like that. Why are they thinking of reopening this passageway?
So much going on around Penn Station, the Penn District. There's new restaurants, stores there. The real estate company Vornado is owner of what used to be Gimbels and that Manhattan Mall area and some of the other redevelopment. Amtrak working on Penn Station itself. The MTA has opened up new entrances and things there, so it is changing. This is kind of an open space.
Okay.
And it has this kind of legend about it too, since you close something in New York and we're like, hey, what about this? I didn't mean to do the accent.
I love it.
Because I'm from Ohio, I shouldn't be doing an accent. And it's there, so any possibility, potential, and especially with so many people moving around, and then you don't have to go in the rain and be outside or up and downstairs if you got luggage or a stroller or living with a disability. So it kind of makes sense, but it's going to be the infrastructure and who's going to pay for it. And it's kind of, it closed in '86. I wasn't here then, but it was a kind of a tinier tunnel. It's not what we might be used to between Times Square or the Port Authority or Bryant Park in Times Square. So they do something, but the Building Congress wants people to talk about it.
The Building Congress. I just learned that there is a Building Congress.
There's Association for Everything. Yeah, they really advocate for construction projects, which New York is always about building something. So they're putting that out there. And that's kind of a bit, there was an op-ed in the Daily News. Carlos Sashore is the president. He's going to have a meeting with Amtrak. He's connected to there. So, he's talking about it.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Do we need to put up a collection? Should we start a bake sale to make this thing go through?
Sale.
I think we're giving the MTA enough money
Okay.
with that. So let's let them figure it out.
So
Especially since the private, it seems that it's a private thing. It's owned by Vernado, and they're going to benefit from development around there, and they're a partner.
Okay. All right.
So
The
let's
foot traffic
work
going
this
by
through.
restaurants and everything there.
Yeah,
it helps
let's
them.
work it through.
So while we have you, can we talk about yesterday's complete meltdown?
Yeah, that was something. And it's probably heat had something to do with it for sure. And just a couple weeks ago, there was the rain too. So climate and stuff definitely impacts the system. It's old. They just did a briefing because the board meeting is going on right now. I'm going to run out to that after we're done here. It seems that there was some kind of electrical surge, and a lot of the components are old, and the surge could have been because of the heat. It blew a transformer like the surge thing in your apartment or your house.
Right.
They had to go out there, figure out where it was. And West 4th is an area that kind of controls a larger area. And once signals get tripped, then that's going to hold up the whole line. And that's why it was a mess in Brooklyn and in the Bronx. And
I once
coming in
tripped
from
over that
Queens.
surge thing in my house that powers all that.
You got to watch it.
Okay, I've always wanted to know, whenever there's a fare hike, do angry New Yorkers just find you in the street and they're like, Greg!
It doesn't even have to be about that. Tell me about the train. But I like that. It kind of keeps me grounded in a way, too. I sit on the train and I just remember that we're all in this together.
Right.
It's literally true on the train. And I want to hear about it. We can cover it. Sometimes we can get attention to things. That always makes me happy when we can move the ball forward or something.
That's right.
Learn about something. There's a lot of worker and transit employee issues that are going on right now. And we can shine a light and make the ride better.
And get to the bottom of it. So will there be a fare hike?
Yeah, and 2009, they said we're going to start doing them every other year. It was paused during the pandemic. So 25 we were due. It probably won't be till maybe the beginning of next year. And this might be the $3 swipe. They're going to watch for a monthly unlimited. They're going to be mindful of the LIRR and Metro North fares, which are, you can have a $500 monthly pass coming in from.
My monthly pass on Metro North is more expensive than my car note. Oof. And with that, can you come back every week and do this?
Okay, let's make an appointment.
Easy.
I'll add it to my plan.
I like this guy.
That was easy.
Let's see. I think I'm here. We'll see if the trains are running.
The next Tuesday after Neverwary.